Hi and welcome. My name is Andrea of Andrea Gonzalez Motivations. I am here to greet you with love, inspire you with hope, to challenge you for change, and to impact you for life. I am so excited today, Facebook family and friends. I'm excited because our topic today is something that has been resonating with me for a while. Environment is everything. That's our topic for today. So tell yourself, my environment is everything. Traditionally, this statement causes us to really think about the outside influences within our environment. It causes us to think about the neighborhood that we live in, the neighbors that we interact with on the side of us, behind us, in front of us. It causes us to think about our workplace and the co-workers that we interact with on a regular basis. Not just that, but it also reminds us of thinking about some of the places that we frequent when we are enjoying ourselves, whether you're at a family function or you're just hanging out with the girls or hanging out with the guys. But we see environment as the things that are around or surround us. I want to challenge our thought process today. When we decide to change because we no longer like our environment, sometimes you hear people say things like, I have to change my environment. I got to change the people I'm hanging with. I got to change all of this because it's not producing anything good. Like they're not encouraging me, or I find myself doing things that I really don't really care to do anymore. Like I've outgrown those things. So we start shying away from people, not really engaging with those kinds of people. We start hanging out at our usual hangout spots. Sometimes those people will reach out to you and say, hey, haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? And you'll be like, oh, nothing, just been busy. But really what you are trying or attempting to do is change your environment, because environment is everything, like I said in the beginning. But I want to challenge you that the environment outside of you is not as important or impactful as the environment within you. What do I mean by that? Do you ever see that the environment within you needs to change? Do you recognize that we are the problem? I'm the problem. Sometimes I have had a difficult time admitting, Andrea, you're the problem. It's not everybody else. It's not always the neighbors. It's not always the co-workers. Andrea, sometimes you bring the issue. You bring the problem because there is an environment within me. There is an environment that I lend my eyes to see. There is an environment that I lend my ears to listen to. There is an environment where I allow and give my time. There is an environment that I allow to be in my space. And all of those things have nothing to do with other people. It's really going on inside of me. Have you ever been doing something and you said, I really should be doing X, Y, and Z, but you're choosing not to? You're allowing the environment in you, to determine what you do. And so I want us to be aware that our environment is everything. But we're not going to focus on the outside environment. We're going to focus on the inside environment. We're going to focus on what we're lending ourselves to that is continuing to have a hold on us. So those things that we listen to or we view or we share time and space with that don't produce a positive outcome is something happening in our environment. And so it doesn't matter that you shy away from people. It doesn't even matter that you stop dealing with a whole lot of whether family or friends. You have to live with you. You have to wake up with you every morning and go to bed with you every night. Your environment within you is everything. It is actually the dynamic that you choose. You help people understand how to interact with you because of the environment that you bring, because environment is everything. Your spirit on the inside, yours and mine, it must first change in order for us to change the environment that we live within ourselves. We can't change people. We cannot change other people. We can only change us. So moving to a new town, getting a different job, you can't run from you. We got to deal with us. And when we deal with us, we're better to understand us. We better can operate as a person who is growing and being nurtured into being our best self, when you're able to check yourself and look in the mirror and be absolutely honest, you are allowing yourself the first step that is required for change. So, like I said, your environment is everything, the environment within you. Just by not relating or being around people or neighbors will not change your environment internally. You have established these things on the outside of you. It's time to establish a new environment on the inside of you. The challenge I give you today is you must, one, in order to change your environment, the environment that exists within, because every environment is everything, remember? You must leave all of your thoughts of what you thought you knew. You must leave them behind. Sometimes we think we know something and it's not working, but we still continue to do it. Or we are not good at taking advice from other people because, we got it all together. If you're going to change the internal environment, you have got to leave behind some things that you thought you knew that you really don't really know. It's not producing anything in you. It's causing more problems than it's benefiting you. You got to stop attempting to save everybody. You can't save everybody. You got to first save you. You can't save anybody. The first thing they taught me when I was taking swim lessons is if you're drowning, you cannot save someone else. You must first save yourself. Otherwise, you both drown and die. Stop trying to bring everybody with you. Sometimes you have to just walk alone. And when those people see that the change has happened in you, they're going to come and ask you, what did you do? So that brings us to the next thing. You got to calculate your steps. Calculate during this process that you're changing your environment internally so that you're able to then lead others as you have come out of that environment. You have to pursue this alone. If you are going to be successful, understand that there are not going to be a lot of people that are going to be behind you, rooting you on, encouraging you. I'm not saying there's not going to be anybody, but it's going to be few and far in between. So you have to be able to sustain yourself and continue to keep yourself encouraged. That's why you have to be around a different environment mentally. You have to read. You have to increase your knowledge so that you are able to do what you have designed within you to do. The successes that you want to see. Those don't belong to other people. Those are your passions. Those are your dreams. And everyone can't see what you can see. Everyone can't understand the vision. And they're not meant to. Sometimes the vision needs to be completed before followers will show up. Your environment internally is everything. I want to leave you with this quote by Auguste Bartholomew. He said, "The absurd man is he who never changes." Not changes the outside, but he who never changes. That man is the absurd man. Today, I want you to think about your environment, but not traditionally, which is your neighborhood, your coworkers. I want you to think about the environment within you because it is everything. It is everything. And it will, if you change your internal environment, it will respond to you in a more positive way. You will begin to see things change because you're changing from the inside out. I am Andrea of Andrea Gonzalez Motivations. I want to inspire you to change, inspire you that you might have hope, and inspire you that you can live your best life. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.